For either one of you guys, what do you take away from the game down there?
Played really good first half. Put ourselves in a position kind of leave it up to chance to just leave it up to our play in the second half. Put ourselves in a position the first half to come out with a win. The second half kind of unfolded, so we kind of know what can happen if we're not ready to play, and then we know what can happen if we're ready to play.
How tough is it to deal with their size at just on that front line?
Again, I think it's just about us. In the first half, we dealt with their size just fine, although they got a couple offensive rebounds that we shouldn't be giving up. But we dealt with it fine in the first half. Like I said, in the second half, we just didn't stay with it. So it's just about pounding. It's just being physical. We know that they're a big team and they got a lot of great front court players. But like I think the guys capable, handling it.
Is it a size that other teams have? Because it seems with those guys that they have 3 players, whereas like most teams they have 2 big guys, but they pack it with 3 big guys who are like 6'9" or taller.
Yeah, I mean, and they're all great players. But I mean, we dealt with the same thing kind of against Gonzaga, and I think we kind of just learned from the games. I think look down in the Pac-12, a lot of teams have a lot of big guys. Even Utah, they might not be as good as Arizona's front court. Still, size is size at the end of the day. So I think we've dealt with it a lot, especially playing them before. So we should be ready to kind of handle it.
Coach was asked this too, but do you learn more from what you did right against them in the first half or what you did wrong in the second half?
For me, I think what we did wrong in the second half, we probably could look at it a little bit more, just because we know how to play right. We know what we're doing when we're playing right, and then when we're playing wrong, it's kind of, well, what do we need to do to get back on track? And for them, they're such a good team, such a great program. At any time we make a couple mishaps or a couple bad plays, they can capitalize quick. So I think if we focus on trying to limit those, we'll put ourselves in a good position.
Marquese, I know obviously it's common sense to say the longer you can stay in a game, the more productive and the more value you have. But it seems like it could be a hard lesson to learn. Do you feel like that's starting to come home for you now?
Yeah, I talked to Romar at halftime in the last game. He was just telling me like I needed to stay in the game, and I hear it a lot. But he just told me when we were in the locker room that if I can't get it for sure, just don't jump and risk it, and like get silly fouls and things that like I don't need. Like trying to jump and grab the ball when I'm already boxed out and stuff, like things that are unnecessary.
I think, sometimes during the game you can have sometimes something happens and you almost have a look like you're not even sure, like sometimes. Do you ever get a feeling like maybe the officials are starting to single you out a little bit sometimes?
I wouldn't say that. I just think a foul is a foul, and if you get a foul call, you're not always going to agree with it. And it's like, even if after the game I could admit that I fouled, but like during the game, it's like you'll fight till the end of your life to say you didn't foul.
The sort of agreement you guys have where you're coming out now after your first foul.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that's helped you at all, or just kind of what's your take on that, how that's gone?
I think it helps our team and me at the same time. It's because I don't want to stay in and get more fouls, but I don't want to also come out because I want to play. But I just think when I come out, it kind of keeps the game going instead of me getting fouls and having to stop the game. And I can just come back in and just try to jump back in with my team.
And then just for someone who has to deal with the sort of front hand, how is their size? I mean, just having a big guy in front of you, and then you have to sort of switch also maybe to a big guy. Just how was that to deal with?
I mean, we played against a lot of good bigs, but they're talented and they can do multiple things and they're strong and physical. But I think our bigs, we don't back down to anybody really. Like we'll play our hardest against anyone and compete, and if they get the better of us, then that just happens. But we don't really want to back down to anyone.
For either one of you guys, so the way that unfolded in the second half, do you feel like it's just a matter of not being in foul trouble with the bigs and allowing you guys to play the full game with the full complement? Because I know foul trouble obviously was a big factor in that second half.
Yeah, I think when we start getting fouls, our defense kind of backs off a little bit, and we're not as aggressive as we are in the first half. And we just have to play a full game of defense, really, and just try to control their tempo and play the way we want to play.
Henry, you talked about feeding off the home crowd energy. Is there, I don't want to say danger in maybe relying on that crowd for this game and a sellout, being too hyped that they're there for you?
I don't think so. It's danger in a sense. I think whenever the building's electric, we're always capable of making a run. I think it's not like we don't bring our own energy. We're just having them there makes us that more energetic or that more wanting to make big plays or get a couple stops in a row, get them excited about coming to the games, just having an overall good time. And And also, along with that big thing, I think a lot of it, is getting over credit, was a lot of the guards had a lot of dribble penetration, made it easy dump offs. Cartwright had 11 assists, so it wasn't like the bigs were just getting it down low and just going to work on our bigs and